Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Steph Curry, full sprint to the finish line. We've put ourselves in a position where we can have a full sprint to the finish line and still continue to make up some ground, said Stephen Curry after the whooping in Boston. And once you get into the playoffs and you have a series in front of you and you understand who your opponent is and can go through all the preparation stuff, we've been good in those scenarios. You just got to get there. That's the big picture of, yeah, we think we can get there. Take it a day at a time, and that's where we're at. Not quite sure why everyone was so in an uproar over the defensive tactics on Jaylen Brown. First off all, the Warriors are barely even a play-in team if they are to be without the services of both Andrew Wiggins and Brandon Podziemski. Secondly, nobody seemed to notice that the reason why Draymond Green was guarding Brown in the first place was because of Klay Thompson, who actually guarded center Al Horford. With a super-athletic perimeter like the Celtics, were armchair coaches really gonna put Klay on Jason Tatum, which did happen for a bit, or even Jaylen himself? The other thing is, Thompson had just started and won against Toronto, so in human world basketball, it's not a video game, you go with what worked the other day, and it's kind of hard to start, I don't know, Lester Quinones, or Gue Santos, out of the blue over Klay like you would NBA 2K, not to mention video games cannot account for team defense and on-the-court communication, or lack thereof with more youngsters, just not realistic, especially on 1.5 days' notice in preparation for this game. As Draymond said, they didn't think of playing mind games with Jaylen until 15 minutes before leaving the locker room. The coaching staff probably saw the game film of the Celtics' most recent games and concluded that, against the road-weary vets, with Steph not at 100% and two major rotational pieces missing, things weren't looking good on paper heading into Boston. Actually, Jaylen did miss like 3 shots against zero pressure early on. He did. Go watch the tape. Of course, he turned that tide rather quickly, as the Celtics operate at a crazy pace and intentionally so. And the Warriors weren't hitting their shots. The Celtics have fast-paced personnel, made even faster by the absence of Kristaps Porzingis, i.e., a rotation of their usual bigs including Porzingis, Al Horford and Luke Kornet is a tad slower overall than a rotation of bigs including Horford, Kornet and Xavier Tillman against the Dubs, plus, oh yeah, Curry was playing with bursitis on his lower right knee bone, which if you watch the behind-the-scenes video, should be up by tomorrow, of when he committed the backcourt violation, his gait did not look right, at least not right after that play. That's why Dre started all post-game talk about the defensive strategy with, "It worked." Brown just made the shots, although Green did end the follow-up questions with, "But yeah, it ain't work." Oh, well, we move on. It's okay. I thought it was fun to try. I was actually all for it. Like, let's try it. See if it works. If it don't, oh well. If it does, we found something. Alright, it ain't work, so we move on. But most importantly, the Warriors match up terribly from a pace and athletic sense with both the first and second units against Boston, assuming both Wiggs and Podziemski are out. But it's not kosher for players to say that on the podium. And that's why Steve Kerr said, "You flush it down the toilet." We had a great road trip, 3-1. We've had a million games, so Boston was amazing. We weren't beating them today. Bob Myers on LeBron James, had he not faced those Warriors teams with Curry/Durant, how many championships might he have? Bob Myers recently offered his perspective on LeBron James' career after the Lakers superstar crossed the historic 40,000 points mark. Myers, reflecting on James' remarkable journey, expressed gratitude for the opportunity to witness him compete in the NBA Finals. "I'm lucky I've got to see him play in the finals. This is gonna sound bad coming out of me. Had he not faced those Warriors teams with Curry/Durant, how many championships might he have?" In a candid moment, Myers posed a thought-provoking question about James' championship count, suggesting that the formidable presence of the Warriors, particularly with stars like Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant, may have impacted James' championship tally. Implicit in Myers' inquiry is the acknowledgement of the formidable challenge posed by the Warriors during their peak years. During LeBron James' tenure in the NBA, particularly during his stint with the Cleveland Cavaliers, he faced off against the Warriors in the NBA Finals on 4 occasions. The Warriors, boasting a star-studded lineup led by Curry and Durant, presented a formidable obstacle for any team aspiring to win the championship. Myers' contemplation raises intriguing hypotheticals about James' potential championship count in an alternate reality where he did not have to contend with the dominant Warriors teams. It's a testament to both James' individual brilliance and the strength of the competition he faced throughout his career. While Myers' comment may appear to downplay James' accomplishments, it also underscores the impact of fierce competition on the pursuit of NBA championships. The presence of powerhouse teams like the Warriors undoubtedly shaped the landscape of the league during James' career, adding layers of complexity to his quest for basketball supremacy. Ultimately, Myers' reflection serves as a reminder of the intricate dynamics at play in the NBA, where individual talent intersects with team dynamics and the competitive landscape to shape the legacies of basketball icons like LeBron James. The Golden State Warriors' encounters with LeBron James in the NBA Finals undoubtedly left a significant mark on the basketball landscape, shaping narratives about James' legacy and his pursuit of greatness. Despite his individual brilliance, the Warriors' formidable presence may have prevented James from achieving unanimous recognition as the greatest of all time, GOAT. In the 2015 NBA Finals, LeBron James faced the Warriors without key supporting cast members. Warriors' Klay Thompson linked to two teams amid strained relationship with Joe Lacob. Golden State Warriors demoted swingman Klay Thompson has been linked to two Eastern Conference teams as he enters unrestricted free agency this summer. Suppose the Warriors follow through on Joe Lacob's plan to duck the luxury tax next season. In that case, teams with cap space such as the Philadelphia 76ers and the Orlando Magic can lure Thompson with a big contract, according to Bleacher Report's salary cap guru Eric Pincus. The Warriors seem intent on getting below the luxury tax, or at least the second apron, this offseason. If so, Thompson is looking at a significant pay cut in free agency, which may lead to him looking elsewhere for better offers, perhaps from the Philadelphia 76ers or Orlando Magic, Pincus wrote on February 27. Thompson was removed from his starting spot for the first time in 12 years before the All-Star break, adding another layer of intrigue to his upcoming free agency. According to Sam Amick of The Athletic, Thompson's relationship with the Warriors' ownership suffered after their extension negotiation last summer. Thompson always knew he would likely have to wait until his free agency arrived this summer, what with Lacob's well-chronicled hopes of ducking under the second, and possibly first, luxury tax apron compelling them to let the roster landscape fully unfold before adding salary. But it's clear their relationship has suffered some strain along the way, with league sources indicating that Thompson has received no assurances from on high that his hopes of retiring happily in a Warriors jersey someday will be a shared priority this summer. Both sides, it seems clear, have no clarity about what might happen when that time rolls around. The demotion did not initially sit well with Thompson, Kerr revealed in an ESPN report on February 29. Kerr told ESPN that Thompson yelled at him and some of the assistants.